welcome to Sniff with Steph. I really appreciate all the support. Thanks for tuning in. So today we're gonna have a holiday fragrance video. We are gonna talk about the fragrances that reminds me of the holidays, whether that's Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever your jam is. We are gonna talk about fragrances that just are cozy and spicy, and they just remind you of a winter's day, November, December, giving gifts to your loved ones, eating yummy food, whatever memories the holidays conjure up for you. As always, if you like my content, please like and subscribe down below, and let's get to it. The first fragrance we have on our list is Invite Only by Kayali. This is a beautiful amber fragrance. The notes in Invite Only are sour cherry, tobacco, honey, chocolate, hazelnut, cinnamon, rose, citrus leaf, amber, oud, vanilla, benzoin, cypriol oil, patchouli, musk, and sandalwood. And if those notes don't scream holiday, I don't know what does. This is so nice, guys. This is a very sweet, spicy amber fragrance. It's one of those ambers that smells almost like apple juice. It's very gourmand. I don't get that many of the other notes listed. I mean, it's a very complex fragrance, but the main thing I get from Invite Only is the amber, the cinnamon, and maybe some vanilla and some cherry, but I don't really get the chocolate. I don't really get any tobacco or hazelnut. It's mostly just a really sweet, spicy amber fragrance. It smells like you're drinking hot apple cider with cinnamon sprinkled on top. And that is just the epitome of the holidays to me. It's a very warm, cocooning scent, but it's also daring. I feel like you could wear this out if you're going for drinks at a nice bar, wearing a little black dress. It's definitely something you can dress up, and yeah, it's just perfect for the winter time. So that is Kayali Invite Only. The next fragrance we're going to talk about is Dior Addict. So Dior Addict is something I had a decant of before. I don't have it in my collection right now, but I mean, it's a classic. Everyone knows Dior Addict. The notes in Dior Addict are mandarin orange, silkwood blossom, I'm not sure what that is, orange blossom, cerulus, rose, vanilla, tonka, and sandalwood. And to me, I'm surprised there aren't more spicy notes in this, because really to me, I get a spiced vanilla. You definitely get some white florals. It's a little powdery. And I think Dior Addict is a little mature. I don't think a young girl in her teens or early 20s would appreciate Dior Addict as much as a little more mature woman would. It's very grown. If you want to smell grown and classy for the holidays, but you still get that really warm kind of spiced vanilla fragrance, I would recommend going with Dior Addict. I think the addition of the white florals is what makes this fragrance a little more elevated and a little more classic than some of the other ones on this list. And it also has incredible projection and lasting power. Same with Kayali Invite Only. Most of these fragrances on this list have pretty good performance, just given the nature of the notes and the types of fragrance we're talking about. So next we have something that reminds you of sitting by the fire, drinking hot cocoa, and that is By the Fireplace by Replica. The notes in By the Fireplace are cloves, pink pepper, orange blossom, chestnut, Gaiac wood, juniper, vanilla, Peru balsam, and cashmere. But what I really get from By the Fireplace is a super smoky, sweet vanilla fragrance. On me, it almost smells like, when I put this fragrance on my skin, it smells like I was sitting by a fire, an open campfire, and I got some ashes on me, and we were toasting marshmallows. So you definitely get the vanilla and the sweetness, but overriding all that is a very strong smoky accord. So if you don't like smoky fragrances, you will not enjoy this, but it's very cozy. There's definitely something sexy about it, and it really does remind you of just sitting by a fireplace, enjoying the winter and enjoying the holiday. So if you want something a little different, that's definitely packs a punch, try By the Fireplace by Replica, but you have to like smoky accords because that is the main thing you get from this fragrance. Next is a fragrance that is just, wow, mind-blowing to me, and that is Hiyee by Nishane. Hiyee by Nishane has ginger, bergamot, pink pepper, green notes, cardamom, black currant, rose, vanilla, benzoin, sandalwood, cedar, patchouli, ambergris, and musk. A lot of notes in this fragrance. But what I get, first of all, this is beast mode. This is one of the strongest fragrances I've ever smelled. If you want something that is gonna last all day, all night, just eternal, try this fragrance out. To me, I get a spiced lemon cookie. I get a spicy, bright, citrusy vanilla. It smells like a lemon pound cake. You know those store-bought lemon pound cakes with that white icing on top? It smells like that, but with some spices. It definitely has this aromatic quality that I think comes from the ginger and some of the other notes in there. Let's see. It has bergamot and ginger. So I think what you really get is a huge blast of bergamot, especially, but this sweet, refreshing bergamot that almost translates to lemon, and then all of this sweetness from the vanilla and those other notes in there, and it definitely comes off as a gourmand fragrance. So if you like gourmands that are really punchy and bright and citrusy, but at the same time are extremely sweet and delectable, I think you would adore Hiyee by Nishane. The next one is something that gets a lot of hype on YouTube, but it is a delicious fragrance. And I actually finished my decant and I'm thinking of getting a full bottle. This is La Belle Parfum. On Fragrantica, it only says that there's pear, tonka, jasmine, and vanilla, but we all know there's way more scents in there or notes in there than those. So what I get from La Belle Parfum is, yes, you get that original DNA of La Belle, you get that really delicious vanilla, and you get the pear, but you almost get this cherry accord, and I think cherry must be one of the notes because you get this dark, powdery, leathery cherry, and it's very cocooning from that tonka bean, and that pear really takes a back seat. I think in the original La Belle, it's this fresh, juicy, bright pear, and then vanilla. In this, the pear's there and it smells like La Belle, but it's not the star of the show the way it is in the original La Belle. In La Belle Parfum, it's this powdery, sweet, deep, dark vanilla fragrance with cherry and leather and some spices, and it smells like a spiced baked dessert. It smells like the older sister, the grown, classy version of La Belle, and I think it's the perfect fragrance to wear on a really cold evening, to a holiday party. It's extremely sexy and sensual, but it's not overly sweet and girly the way the original is. I think if you want something a little more elevated and a little more grown, La Belle Parfum is definitely the one for you. Next on our list, we have Bonfire Bash from Bath & Body Works. Notes in Bonfire Bash are vanilla bourbon, creamy sandalwood, and cashmere musk. And I said this in one of my other videos, and I will say it again. I think that Bonfire Bash is a body mist version of By the Fireplace. It's the same vibes. Oh my God. I almost like this one better than I like By the Fireplace because it's not as smoky, but you still get that. There's a little bit of smokiness, but it's not overwhelming the way you get it in By the Fireplace. Bonfire Bash is like the younger, more girly, easier to wear version of By the Fireplace, and it's just absolutely delicious. It screams fall, it screams the holidays, and you have to check this out if you like those kind of fragrances. 10 out of 10 for me. Next on my list, we have another affordable fragrance. This is by that clean beauty brand Skylar, and this is Fall Cashmere. And I had to try this out when I heard the notes. I died. The notes in this are cinnamon bark, roasted almond, and spiced ginger. That's what they list as the main accords, and I'm also pretty sure there's vanilla and sandalwood in this. But this is so good, guys. I love this so much. It's nutty and creamy. I would say this is a predominantly sandalwood scent, but picture a spiced cinnamon sandalwood with some nuttiness and some vanilla. Wow. I am addicted to this, guys. I think I'm gonna have to get a full bottle. It's absolutely delicious. You like woody, spicy, nutty fragrances that just scream fall holidays, and you want an affordable alternative to some of the others on this list, you have to check out Fall Cashmere from Skylar. Next up, we have something I just recently got my nose on, and it was pretty darn incredible. And I'm talking about Ojan by Parfums de Marly. Ojon has notes of cinnamon, honey, osmanthus, benzoin, ambergris, labdanum, artemisia, tonka bean, vanilla, patchouli, and musk. But the dominant notes in this fragrance are the cinnamon and the honey. It's extremely strong. I smell this fragrance, wow, it's like a slap in the face. But to me, it honestly smells like a fresh baked apple pie. You get a huge blast of cinnamon that lasts the entire length of the fragrance. So if you don't like cinnamon, you're not gonna like Ojan. But if you like really sweet unisex fragrances with a lot of cinnamon and spice that smells like an apple crisp, you are going to die over Ojan. It's one of the strongest fragrances I've ever smelled. I mean, if you want a beast, this is it. And it's the epitome of the holidays. Who doesn't want to smell like a baked apple pie for your holiday party? I mean, people aren't going to be able to tell if it's you or the dessert table, and that, I mean, in a good way. Next on my list, I have Tom Ford Noir Femme, which is another spiced vanilla, surprise, surprise, but I mean, they just fit the bill. What can I say? In Tom Ford Noir Femme, there's ginger, bitter orange, mandarin orange, bergamot, kulfi, rose, orange blossom, jasmine, vanilla, amber, sandalwood, and mastic. What I get from Noir Femme is a really spicy, earthy vanilla fragrance. I think it's like Dior Addict, it's a little more mature. It has that floral touch. I think if you like Dior Addict, you'll probably like Noir Femme because I honestly get the same kind of vibe. I think Noir Femme is spicier and woodier, but kulfi is the main star in this fragrance, which is, I believe, an Indian dessert. So it's got this really delicious sweetness that's a little creamy, but primarily you get spices and woodiness and sweetness, and it's perfect for the fall and winter, and it's perfect for the holidays. Also, the packaging is to die for. I just love the Tom Ford packaging. It's divine. Mwah. I feel like with Tom Ford fragrances, yeah, you're paying for the fragrance, you're paying for that incredible packaging, let's be honest. The next fragrance I'm going to talk about is one that I've talked about many times, and here it is again. This is Tonka Imperiale by Guerlain. If you haven't watched my other videos, you know that I'm obsessed with this fragrance, but I couldn't not include it because it's so reminiscent of the holidays. Tonka Imperiale has bitter almond, rosemary, bergamot, tonka, tobacco, jasmine, incense, cedar, and pine. To me, so it has this aromatic touch in the beginning that I always talk about. There's definitely something green and aromatic when it first opens up. But the more it dries down, you get this really delicious marzipan gingerbread baked goods accord. It's spicy and it's super sweet and it's nutty and delicious and super gourmand while being extremely refined, elegant, and classy. And that is what I love about this. So many gourmands, they are a little heady, they're a little in your face, and they're not as refined, but somehow Guerlain manages to make fragrances that are extremely sweet and spicy, but never take it too far, and just, they keep it so classy. And I love that about this fragrance. Oh, it's so delicious. It's just spiced, sweet, nutty, heavenly goodness. And I think it's completely unisex. This would be divine on a man or a woman. And the performance is pretty solid. so I'm impressed by that. We got one more, guys, and this is Amber Musk by Narciso Rodriguez. Amber Musk has notes of musk, orange blossom, patchouli, oud, leather, amber, vanilla, and incense. This is a gorgeous fragrance that no one talks about, and I am trying to get people to talk about this fragrance because it's incredible. It is a warm, deep, ambery fragrance with this delicious, sweet musk cocooning the whole thing. First of all, it's a complete beast. This is an incredibly potent fragrance. I don't even have to spray it. I can smell it so well just out of the decant bottle. Oh, there's this really delicious sweetness that I can't quite put my finger on, but primarily it's an amber musk fragrance, just like in the title. You get some patchouli, which I think is one of the reasons why this is such a grounded fragrance. I think it definitely has some Middle Eastern touches, but you don't have to like Middle Eastern fragrances to like this. You have to like patchouli and you have to like amber. I'm not even a fan of musk, and I love this fragrance. The musk just gives it a warmth and a coziness that takes it to another level. It's so delicious, and I just feel like this fragrance would shine in extremely cold weather. I live in Los Angeles, so I don't get that here. But if any one of you lives somewhere where it gets extremely cold and you love amber fragrances, you have to check out Amber Musk by Narciso Rodriguez. It's his private line and it is insane. Well, there you have it, guys. That is my list of the best holiday fragrances. Spicy, gourmand, delicious fragrances that are perfect for your holiday parties, your Christmas, your Thanksgiving, your Hanukkah. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!